Hey, what's up everyone? Mr.TreeVR here, and today I'm back with another tutorial on how to make a Gorilla Tag fan game, and in this tutorial we're going to be adding multiplayer. Last tutorial, which was a very long time ago, I'm going to put it up on screen, but
God damn!
it was a very long time ago, and it did relatively alright, and I thought, like, why not just, make another one on how to add multiplayer, since last tutorial, I only got the basics on how to get the movement and the map, as you could tell, nice little map here, but I never mentioned, how to add, like, multiplayer so you can play with your friends, so this is what I'm going to be doing today. I added everything you need in this one little link here, in this Google Doc, if it would load. Um, so everything is gonna be in here. So everything's nice and neat and organized for this tutorial. Alright, well let's get right into the tutorial on how to add multiplayer for your Gorilla Tag fan game. So what you're gonna want to do first is go to this link right here, Pun2, and make sure you have Unity open while doing this. So it's gonna redirect you to the asset store for Unity, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to click on Add to My Assets. And then it's going to start adding to your assets here. And we're going to want to log in with Unity if you haven't done that already. I'm going to cut to when I'm done. So once you're logged in, you've added it to your assets, you're going to want to click on Open in Unity. And this should kick you right into Unity. It's just I have my laptop's being really slow right now. So once it opens in Unity, which clearly doesn't want to, but it should open in Unity and it should pull up, actually right here, it's pulling it up right now. The assets are here. It's going to say fetching assets here. So as it's fetching assets in here, what you're going to want to do is you want to go back here and then you're going to want to install the Pun Voice 2 as well because you want the multiplayer and the voice. So you're going to open up the second link in this links doc over here. Again, keeping things nice and organized for you guys, so I want to make this as easy as possible. So, once you have this open here, you're going to click on Add to Assets, then Open in Unity. I've already added this before for some reason. So then you want to click on Open in Unity, or you should have already had this open in Unity, so you don't have to. So now that you're gonna want to open back in Unity. You want to make sure here you are in your assets, not Unity Registry or something else. And as you can tell, you can find both of these here. So what you want to do is click on import for pun 2. So you're going to import the pun 2 and the photon voice 2. So you're going to import pun 2 and make sure to follow these next steps very closely or else something could go wrong because everything here needs to be precise or else you might accidentally close something. So once appears here, you want to click on all and then import. And then you're going to want to import that entire package. This might take a little bit depending on how good your laptop is or PC, it doesn't really matter, whatever you're using. So I'm just going to cut to when this is done or when something pops up. All right, so once you're done importing the pun, what you're going to want to do not get rid of this pun wizard here. Make sure you keep it. If you get rid of it, you might not be able to do this. Make sure you keep this, like, I'm serious. So after that, you want to go to Pun Voice and import this as well. So again, this one shouldn't take nearly as long as the Pun 2. Again, it really depends on how good your internet is and everything like that. So again, I'm just gonna cut to where, um, when it's done for me. And once you get to this screen right here, what you're going to do is just click on all and then click on import. And then again, importing package. I'm just going to skip to when this is done. Alright, once you've imported Photon Voice 2, you can close out of this. Clear any warnings you get, they don't really matter. And now we're going to start setting up with some more steps here. So, what you're going to want to do is go back into this Google Doc here, where all the links are, and click on the third link, the Photon VR. if it would just let me click on it. And you're going to want to enter into here, into this GitHub right here. And then you're going to want to download the latest one, which I don't think they're going to release one after this. So what you're going to do is just install this right here. And then once you've installed this, you're going to want to head back into Unity. So you could either do this. You could either right click, go to import package and go to custom package, or you can open up your file explorer. And then what you could do is just drag this in. So I'm just gonna do this. Drag the Photon VR package or import it by clicking on it. And then this should pop up. Just click on all, then click on import. And then it should start importing. This shouldn't take much time at all, really. But it's been taking me a long time because I have Chrome OBS as well. So you just want to click on all and then import. Don't worry, make sure you still have this pun set up here. Because this will be very important later. Trust me, we're gonna get to this soon. So I'm just gonna cut to when this is fully done here. Oh, yes. Oh, this is very important here. If this pops up, click on yes, and for these other files might found later. So just click on this. And that should do everything that is necessary. So if that pops up, just click on that. Alright, after that is fully installed, you should notice that there's some new folders in here, like Photon, or whatever. What you're going to want to do is go to Resources. You're going to want to go to Photon VR and go to Prefabs. And now, hold on, I'm having a lag spike here. And then you're going to find these three. Click on this first one, hold shift, and click on this one. So you have all three selected. Now drag this into your hierarchy. So if it would let me drag it into the hierarchy. We're going to want to drag these into the hierarchy right here. So I'm just going to friggin' cut to when it will stop lagging. Alright. And you're going to drag this into the hierarchy like this. So you have all three of these. Now you're going to click on this one, hold shift, click on all three, or you could do like this. Oh, if this appears, it's fine. Ignore that. Or you can click on that, hold control, and click on all these. Right click them, go to prefab, unpack completely. Now, what I like to do and what a lot of people like to do is create an empty object, and you can call it like multiplayer stuff. I call it network. Oh, hold on. Everything's still compiling since it's just finished, importing everything and whatever. So you can just call this networking or whatever you want. And then you can just put all these into there. Just to keep it nice and organized. There you go. And then you could just move this, like, for example, right here. Keep this directional light and forest. There we go. So I just do that for organization. You probably should do it too. You can call this whatever you want. So now this is where things get important here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to, actually, hold on, go back to Unity. You want to go here on, so you can put the room limit to 10. I mean, that's what I would recommend. So this is already fully set up, and depending on where you live, I live in the US, so I'm just going to put US here for the region. And then you have to touch the thing. The only thing you would touch here, if you're planning to add like a code computer, in future tutorials, you could turn off join room on connect. So what we're going to do now is you're going to want to go to the last link in the description. We're almost getting to the very end here. You want to go to Photon. This is the Photon website. This is where you're going to set up the multiplayer. So you're going to want to sign in or make an account. I'm just going to cut to when I'm done with that. All right, so once you're signed in here, go to dashboard, and it should bring you to the main area of where you're going to make your stuff. So what you're gonna want to do here, as you can tell, these are my games over here. What you're gonna want to do is click on Create New App here. You're gonna want to click on Multiplayer Game. Change this from Fusion or whatever it is to Pun, and then put this as whatever your game name is. So I'm just gonna name this Put, and then you can just click on Create, and then it should be right here. So then you're gonna also want to make one more for the voice. So you're going to want to go here, click on multiplayer game, go here, select voice, and then you can just put this as tut voice, or just tut, it doesn't matter, or whatever your game name is. I'm sorry. So you want to create that, and then once you have both of these here, you're going to want to go to the app, the one that has pun on it, click on the app ID, copy it, and then what you're going to want to do is go into here, and then you're going to want to paste it in two areas. Paste it in the pun setup. So paste that, click on Setup Project. Now this should set up a bunch of things in your game. Then just click on Close, and then go to Photon VR, and for the app ID, paste that in there. And then as you might have guessed it, for the voice ID, you go in here, copy your app ID for the voice, go in here, paste that in there. And then now you're basically done. There is a few things you still need to do though. So what you're going to want to do is go to your Gorilla Rig, go to Gorilla Player, go to your left hand controller and your right hand controller. So you should already have, if you haven't done this already, make two layers, one of them name on the left, one of them right, doesn't matter where you put them. And then put the left layer on your left hand controller and the right layer on your right hand controller. But what you're gonna want to do, this is gonna be very important, like for future tutorials. Not even from the tutorials on my channel, it doesn't really matter what tutorials you're getting from who channel. But this is very important. So just give me a second, it's all frozen. So you're going to want to make sure you have separate layers for your right hand and left hand. So one just called right, one called left. And then make a tag for both of them. Spell it exactly like this, no difference. And then for both of the controllers, what you're going to want to do is scroll down, add a sphere collider, make sure is trigger is on, and set the radius to 0.06. This will be really important for future tutorials. And that's it. That's all you really need to do. So to test, you can just click on play on the top here, and it should start running it. Now you'll be able to tell when your player model loads, because right now it's the default one, which is a black player model. If you guys want me to make a tutorial on how to add a custom player model so it looks like a gorilla, I can do that for you guys. So as you hear, it's still connecting, and there you go. All these warnings you can ignore, they don't actually mean anything. So here's your player model, and now you can play with your friends if you want. You can just build it here, play with your friends, build the APK. And that's how you add multiplayer to your Gorilla Tag fan game. Thank you for watching. Play my Gorilla Tag fan game. It's on meta, it's called Munker Taggers, and see you guys next time.